Allen, he obviously had quite a good game, 5 touchdowns, 250 yards plus last week. I have 19 for 28.
Yep.
So talk about his game last week.
Well, he had a great game. Obviously, he was able to make plays happen. There was a lot of times that plays weren't there. He was able to extend the plays out with his legs and buy a little bit extra time and find guys downfield. And we have very good receivers that were able to get past the defensive backs. We saw what coverage they were in, and felt that we could get past those guys that they had on them. And Allen did a nice job of extending the plays, like I said, and finding those guys. And in a couple of tough situations, he was able to hit his checkdowns and do a really nice job of getting us in good drives, getting us in good situations. Because our defense, we had a tough time with our defense a little bit. We're struggling defensively, so we knew we needed to score a lot of points, and Allen did a really nice job handling the situations.
And Coach, just moving on from Allen individually, your team so far this year, how have you thought of them, and moving forward to this week, how are you feeling about the whole squad in general?
If I had to use one word to describe this team, I would say toughness and commitment. In some ways, we've had to deal with a lot of adversity. We've had guys out of practice, especially the last few weeks. We've had a lot of guys missing for practices, injuries, or having appointments and things like that. So it's been challenging to try to get everybody on the same page of what we want to do offensively and defensively. But they were able to respond to what we're trying to coach them up to do, and I feel like they've dealt with a lot of adversity this year. We weren't, in the beginning we weren't sure if we were going to have a team, and now we still have everybody together. So I'm just really proud of them to keep Oakfield football alive, and we put ourselves in a situation right now. We're 3-3 where we do have a chance to still an outside chance to make sectionals, which is all I can ask from them, is that they give us a chance to get in and see what happens.
19 for 28, 250 yards, 5 touchdowns. Don't know where to start with that, so I'll let you roll. Talk to me about last week's game. Looking back now, you have a week to look on it, basically. What do you think about that game?
There's always, you have big games here and there. There's always some things that you're always going to pick out, things that you think you could improve on or something like that. You're always going to want to find something that you can work on. But I can't always take full credit, because, line does part of my job, and then receivers do part of the job, and that's all there is to it. It's a full team effort, but to go out there and have a great game like that, it's something to be real proud of yourself.
Have you ever had that many touchdowns in a game?
I think once or twice. I think last year once or twice I did, around there. I don't know, a couple times.
And is this, just going off that, you said that you've had multiple touchdown games before, I guess you could say. Is this the most memorable, or is there another game that's more memorable for you?
No, I'm more of a competitive side, so even though that the score wasn't exactly a blowout, we were more comfortable in this game than past ones, but ones of the more high-scoring ones that we've had, those are the ones that I would probably look back on more.
Sure. And of course, with football, it's a lot of preparation towards every game. So you even knew going to this game, the team's going to rely on you and your arm. What does that mean to you, that your team, your coaches can count on you in those sorts of situations and look to you?
It's a lot of, you earn a lot of self-respect for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's a lot of people depending on you, and it's a good feeling, but it's also a lot of pressure. So you got to be able to handle the pressure. You got to be able to know that there's people there, but also you have to know that if you do mess up, there's going to be people there to pick you up and stuff like that. So it's a full team effort, but in the end, there's captains, and then there's other guys who you're trying to get going for the rest of the season or to fill that role the next year. And that's something that you look forward to coming into the new season, or something that as being one of the most dependent players, that it's going to be a fun run, and that's for sure.
And finally, Allen, I asked Coach about him. I'll ask you too, rest of the team. How do you think you guys have looked so far this season, and moving towards Attica tomorrow night, or today by the time this goes up? How are you guys looking?
Our past 6 games, I think that the 3 wins we had, the 3 losses, we could have played a little bit better. I know that a couple of us in the locker room think that we'd like another shot at a couple of them. That's not going to happen, because that's not how it works.
Sure.
But for sure that we think that there's a little bit more, and kids are still coming out. Like we said, we almost didn't have a football program to start, so it's nice to see the lights on every Friday night out down there. But Friday we're gonna see what happens. I mean, 3-3 outside on sectionals. The team that wins GR crown coming into our house. It's something that we're kind of looking forward to. Me personally, I'm looking forward to because it's another time to go play football, and hopefully that's the way the rest of my team looks at it.